Alright, let's make this trade recap here. Okay, so coming into the day here, I ended up taking two trades, one break even and one loss. Again, today I felt like I followed my rules. I just didn't provide context, at least for the second trade. For the first trade I did, and I was a little hesitant on the second trade, but I'm realizing that whenever I'm hesitant, I should always go back to the context of the trade, and that is something you learn in the process of being process focused. So although today it hurts that I lost and it bothers me and genuinely like just rubs me the wrong way, I understand that it's like I follow my rules, but I need to also provide context and situations where I have doubt in the trade, and I did have doubt. So it's like from now on, I have a list of when not to take the trade, even if I have my rules intact. So I'm gonna actually write it down and journal it. But okay, coming into the day here, I wanted to be bullish. I wanted to be bullish to this buy side right here, but again, I didn't end up getting an opportunity to long. 9:30 immediately opened higher. We swept buy side. We put in a bearish SMT at the time right here, and then we had a 1 minute inversion. I went break even at the internal, and I was targeting equal lows. Got stopped at break even. Pretty simple. Again, why was this a clean short? Because again, we have a range. We have a premium higher time frame PD array that we're tapping into. So we have a range, equilibrium, higher time frame PD array, sweep of liquidity with an SMT. Now we're looking for the inversion. And again, most of the time it's the highest time frame, but since 9:30 opened higher, we looked for the 1 minute because we said confident. We were confident in this trade. Again, we ended up getting stopped at break even. So now we move on. Now we look at context to what is price doing. 9:30 opens higher, goes lower into this 5 minute gap, and then what do? Displace and close above the 5 minute high of the 9:30 that got put in. So once you see this, it's like you're not going to be bearish anymore. You're going to be bullish. And on top of that, what do? We close above this high on the 15, on the 30 minute, on the hourly, and on the 4 hour. Again, if we close above on the hourly and the 4 hour, anything below it is going to be a close above as well. Again, 10 a.m. opens. We're clearly displacing through that high. We have a 5 minute bullish breaker. Low, high, lower, low, higher, high. So now I'm going to be bullish. But then what did the price end up doing? 10 a.m. open higher. And I was like, all right, like at first it's okay, but essentially we open lower because we tap into this 5 minute BISI and put in an SMT. But what confused me was we put in equal lows. So I was like, all right, like I still want to be bullish, but I want to see price sweep the equal lows and I'll go long. But again, at the same time, I was like, if I'm going to be bullish, what am I going to be bullish to? Like, what am I going to be bullish to? This high right here, which is now, again, we had a 5 minute range. I would have taken a long, but again, why would I take a long anymore if the 5 minute got inverse? Obviously, there's no point in long. Now, it's like at this time, I was like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll long in those highs, but it kind of makes no sense. Like, it can work, but there's a higher time frame PD array against me. Like, let's see how it is. Again, price ended up putting in this SMT, and this is where I got confused. ES came up and swept this high, which broke the bearish SMT that was put in, right? But this also means like now we actually have a reason for price to go back down. We had a reason to go up, but now we have a reason to go down to these equal lows. But this is where context is so important in trading. And I realized like, yo, like I have context, but what is happening? ES put in the low SMT, and then now what are we doing? We swept the high, which is the SMT. So at this point in time right here, once the SMT gets put in and we sweep buy side here and there's this bearish SMT here, it's like, okay, now if we inverse on this candle, if this candle would have inversed, then it is more high probability in my opinion because ES is not displacing through this high. So we can actually go back to this low on NQ because NQ would be the bearish, would be the leading asset here because we put in the lower low, the higher low, higher low, the lower high, because there's a high, low, lower high. So it's a leading index. But then what did price do? We came to this rejection block, and on ES we close above these highs. So it's like same scenario here. Now we close above these highs, and then obviously the 4 minute inverse, and then I ended up getting stopped, right? But also, what else? What else is the problem here? 10:30 open lower, and then we inverse. You know what I mean? So it's like we have again a 5 minute bullish breaker. Again, big displacement above these highs. SMT is not holding on ES anymore. Like we closing above on ES. 10:30 is opening lower. It's like, yeah, the equals are there. They're there, but the context is not there. Again, essentially, again, even with this trade, guys, we still have equilibrium. Where, again, we're still within this 4 hour. We're still in a premium. We're still in again. We're still sweeping. We're SMTing high time for inversion, but we're displacing through these highs. Like, it's just not a good trade, and that is on me. Again, I didn't fully ended up getting stopped out here. I actually closed the trade manually right around here. So I ended up taking only a $300 loss on the day. But still, this is something that could have been avoided. It is what it is. Nothing you can do about it other than improve, and we move on. So, with that being said, I ended up taking this trade. I'm most likely done for the day. If price doesn't end up delivering to this high and we actually end up seeing a little bit of a retracement here, I'll probably end up taking something later on, but not right now anymore. It's already 11:44. I'll let you guys know what I end up taking later, if I end up taking anything later. But yeah, most likely done for the day. Ended up taking 2 trades. The 9:30 is a break even, so I don't really count it as a trade. But yeah, again, losing day, not because of just my model, but because of me. I failed to provide enough context, and I learned something new about myself. I learned that whenever you have doubt on the trade, and I was having a doubt on the trade, just trust your doubt. Make a list of the things, make a list of why you have a doubt. And for me, we had a bullish breaker. We closed above these highs, and the SMT wasn't like holding as much as it should, and 10:30 open lower. Like, so again, we had a 5 minute breaker. Like, that's my main one, and the SMT failed to hold, and we closed above these highs. So it's like 3 things were against me, and I didn't like it. If we didn't have the 5 minute breaker, I still believe price again, but in order for us not to have the 5 minute breaker, we would have to not close above these highs with displacement. So they go hand in hand. It is what it is. Overall, I'm proud of my performance. I'm happy that I still stuck with my rules, and again, I realized, and I closed the trade because I was like, damn, like, this is genuinely a bad trade. I don't like that I'm in it. I'm happy that I realized, but we follow our rules, just context. Today's not a rule break. Today's a day of, again, collecting data. And I realized this is my 3rd time in a row now, guys. Like, where is it? Whenever we have a breaker below us, the trade doesn't deliver. Like, look at this trade. We had a range. Again, that allows to clean. Range, we sweep, SMT inversion, but this is a 5 minute breaker. Where is it? Right here. Low, high, low, low, higher, high, close above. If anything, we should have waited for this 5 minutes to inverse and then taken a short. So that's 1, and then today, that's 2. And then when we lost, there's no breaker here. This is fine. So that's 2, and then there's 1 more here. Boom. Look, we close above these highs with displacement. And now, look, we see a sweep, and I'm trying to target this low. But, like, look at this. Where is it? No, this is the wrong click. Look. So this is so big displacement. Like, although it looks clear, like, again, the rules are there, but the context isn't. So that's 3 times in a row we've taken a loss where we shouldn't have taken a loss. So, again, other than that, that's on me. It's something I'm going to improve on. And it's good to analyze these things. So these are, again, ever since I've been following my rules, again, for a while, like, I'm also doing this 375 fixed risk to focus on the process of every trade. But now that I'm realizing I'm focusing on the process of every trade and I'm making small minor mistakes, again, I told myself after 5 more trades, again, starting this week, if I can take 5 trades following all of my rules, I am allowed to go up my size from 375 to 750 because I'm clearly not attached to the money perspective. I'm gonna make mistakes. Like today, for example, I just got so attached to the draw liquidity and so attached to follow my rules, process focus. Like, I have a draw, I have my range, I have it. I'm gonna take no. It's like, yes, I have that, but not process context, right? Like, yes, you can be process focused, But what's making you have the doubt? Oh, you have this? Okay, I'm not gonna take the trade. So, yeah, with that being said, hope you guys had a good trading day. I had a great trading day today. Again, a little mistake. It is what it is. We improve, we move on, and we keep it pushing. Again, we follow our rules. Today's a day where we just refine our data, refine our edge. I'm sorry, collect data and refine our edge. And again, a refinement day. Today's not a loss. Today we follow our rules. We just hit a gray zone. It's fine. And on top of that, we managed to close the trade manually because we realized that this doesn't look like it's going to deliver. I'd rather not be part of this. So I manually closed. With that being said, overall, good trading day. If you guys took a trade, leave it in the comment section below. And if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comment section below as well. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next trade recap. Peace.